Let's imagine you're digging through your attic on a rainy Saturday, the kind of day where the world feels quiet and slow. You brush off cobwebs and spot an old chest, think pirate vibes, with cracked leather and rusted hinges that creak like they're whispering secrets. You pry it open, and there it is, a brittle, ancient book, pages crumbling under your fingers. The ink's faded, but you catch fragment scribbled notes from some long-gone relative about how to live well, stay steady when life's a mess, and find meaning in the chaos. It's wild because these words, etched centuries ago, feel like they're speaking straight to you, right here, in 2025. That's what we're diving into today. Lost wisdom rediscovered, ancient teachings that still hit hard in our frantic, screen-obsessed world. We're going on a treasure hunt through time-unearthing, mind-blowing ideas from the past, figuring out why they got buried, and seeing how they can light up our lives now. Get ready, this is going to be a fun, twisty ride. Let's kick things off in ancient Greece, about 500 years ago. Picture Socrates, this quirky, barefoot guy wandering Athens' dusty streets, pestering everyone he meets. He's not tweeting hot takes or selling courses, just leaning against a market stall, sipping water, asking stuff like, "What's the good life?" or, "Do you even know who you are?" His big idea? Know thyself. 3 little words that pack a punch. Socrates thought most people were just coasting through life, chasing gold coins or applause without ever stopping to look in the mirror, literally or figuratively. Does that ring a bell? Here we are in 2025, drowning in TikTok trends, hustling for clout, buying junk to flex for strangers online. Socrates would probably shake his head and say, "Same old, same old." His wisdom got shoved aside because it's not loud or glamorous. It's this quiet, slow burn that demands you think. But man, does it hold up. In a world where we're pinged by notifications every 5 seconds, know thyself is a lifeline. It's a dare to hit pause, ditch the autopilot, and ask, what do I want? Not what the ads shove down my throat, not what my followers expect, just me, raw and real. Now, let's zip over to ancient India, where some seriously deep thinkers penned the Upanishads, texts so old they'd make your grandpa's vinyl collection look cutting edge. These aren't your typical rulebooks. They're cosmic, poetic, and a little trippy. One of their wildest ideas? You are not your body, not your mind, you're something bigger. They called it the Atman, this eternal spark inside you that's hooked up to the whole universe. Wrap your head around that over breakfast. Back then, this wasn't just some heady philosophy, it was a way to live, a trick to stop sweating the small stuff and see the big picture. So why did it fade? Well, empires crashed, religions morphed, and life got loud, too loud for subtle truths like this. Today, we're obsessed with the surface. Our abs, our feeds, our filters. The Upanishads cut through that noise like a knife, saying, "Relax, that's not you." Rediscovering this feels like finding a cheat code for life. It's not about escaping reality, it's about zooming out and realizing you're part of something massive. Next time you're stressing over a late bus or a Wi-Fi glitch, channel the Atman and watch the panic shrink. Alright, let's hop to ancient Rome, where the Stoics were the ultimate cool-headed crew. Picture Marcus Aurelius, an emperor huddled in a tent on some muddy battlefield, scribbling in his journal by candlelight. He writes, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This guy's juggling an empire, plagues, and wars, yet he's dropping truth bombs about staying chill. The Stoics believed life's a wild ride. Sometimes you're winning, sometimes you're face-planting, but you get to pick how you react. Why did this gem get lost? It's not exactly a crowd pleaser. Master your mind doesn't slap like, "Buy this shiny thing." Fast forward to now. We're sold quick fixes everywhere, new tech, new trends, new promises. But Marcus would scoff and say, happiness isn't out there, it's in your head. In 2025, when your flight's delayed or your group chat's blowing up with drama, Stoicism's your secret weapon. You can't stop the storm, but you can keep your boat steady. It's practical, gritty, and still works like a charm. Let's swing by ancient China now, where Lao Tzu was penning the Tao Te Ching, a little book of poetic riddles that's pure magic. One line that sticks? The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. Translation: the best things peace, flow, balance can't be pinned down or packaged, you've got to vibe with them. Lao Tzu was the OG of going with the flow, comparing life to water that carves through rock without even trying. He wasn't about the grind or the hustle. He'd probably tell today's rise and grind crowd to take a hike, literally. So why did this fade? It's too soft, too slippery for a world obsessed with building, conquering, and shouting. But in our burnout era, where we're all secretly running on fumes, the Tao's a game changer. Imagine this. Instead of flipping out over a missed deadline, you roll with it. Instead of forcing every plan, you let some stuff breathe. It's ancient wisdom that feels like a warm hugger, a cold splash of water, depending on what you need. So why does all this old school brilliance keep getting buried? Humans are suckers for the new and shine always have been. Plus, history's messy. Wars, power grabs, and shiny distractions like gold or gadgets drowned out the quiet stuff. Socrates got drowned out by politics, the Upanishads by dogma, the Stoics by consumerism, the Tao by ambition. But here's the twist: they never really vanished. They've been lurking, like that chest in your attic, waiting for us to stumble over them. And in 2025, they're not just cool relics, they're survival tools. Socrates' know thyself slices through our identity crises like a hot knife through butter. The Upanishads, you're bigger than you think, lifts us out of petty meltdowns. The Stoics, control what you can, keeps us from losing it when the world's on fire. And Lao Tzu's go with the flow stops us from smashing our heads against life's brick walls. Let's circle back to that attic chest for a sec. What if it's not just a fun what if? What if we're all sitting on piles of wisdom, handed down through generations, just begging to be cracked open? These ancient teachings aren't about living in the past, they're about rocking the present with sharper eyes and cooler heads. They've lasted because they're tough, simple, and real. Take Socrates. Next time you're spiraling over a work email, ask yourself what really matters, not what your inbox says. Or the Upanishads. When you're stressing about your outfit or your follower count, remember you're bigger than that noise. The Stoics? When your car breaks down or your boss is a jerk, focus on what you can tweak your attitude. And Lao Tzu? When life's a tangle, stop fighting it and flow like water. These ideas aren't dusty, they're alive, buzzing, ready to shake up your day. Here's the fun part. Rediscovering this stuff isn't just a brain flex, it's a vibe shift. Think about how we live now: rushing, scrolling, stressing, repeat. Then picture Socrates smirking at us, Marcus nodding knowingly, Lao Tzu just chilling with a cup of tea. They've got our backs, whispering, "You've got this." It's like finding an old playlist you forgot you loved. Every track still slaps. And the deeper you dig, the more you realize this wisdom's been stress-tested by time. It's survived empires, disasters, and worse hairstyles than we'll ever know. In a world that's always yelling, newer is better, these ancient voices cut through with a quiet, "Nah, we're timeless." So, back to that chest. Maybe you don't have a literal one in your attic, but you've got this stash of human know-how right here. It's not about memorizing quotes or sounding smart, it's about using them. Next time you're stuck in traffic, channel Lao Tzu and let it roll off. When you're drowning in choices, Socrates has your back with know thyself. When life's throwing punches, Marcus reminds you to duck what you can't block. This lost wisdom? It's not lost, it's found, dusted off, and yours to play with. And once you start, good luck stopping. This stuff's addictive in the best way. By the time we're done, you'll be eyeing every old book or random proverb like it's hiding gold. Because, honestly, it probably is.